Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Today we are taking a look at a bunch of VSTs by a company called QUIETMUSIC. I discovered QUIETMUSIC a couple of weeks ago whilst watching some VSTs. I think it was a Sanjay C YouTube video I was watching, and he said it was some free plugins, you know, like he does. And there was a plugin that he showed on there which is called Serenity. Now, it's here. Where's Serenity gone? Let me just close the mixer. And this. So, Serenity, there it is. So this is Serenity SE. This is the paid version. So all these plugins, right? Let me just show you their website. All these plugins you can get free versions of. You see where it says free plugins, and they're all fully functional and they no time limit or anything. And these are all free. You can get them for free. In fact, Rainmaker is only available as a free plugin. And these install slightly differently than other VSTs. I'm going to show you exactly how you install them. I'm going to show you how I install them anyway. It's easy. It's more like the old way of installing VSTs. But anyway, what I'm showing you today is the QM Bundle 4, which is all these plugins, right? The full versions of all these plugins. Let me just close that. The full version of all these plugins. And unbelievably, at the moment, these are on sale. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And inside of this one here, which is called Love-Fi, which is also, we've just been listening to that. It's actually 3 VSTs in one. There's like a drum machine and like a texture generator. All of these you can get for the 60 euros. They're on sale at the moment. 60 euros for all of them. And if you don't want to buy them, like I said, there are free versions of all of these. So I reached out to QUIETMUSIC and I said, look, I think I really like your plugins. Now this is what happens if you choose to download Rainmaker. You'll get a link, and you open your link in your email, and you'll come here, and it'll ask you if you want to download it. Yes, and you can download it. And when you download it, I'll just close this now, and I'll close this. Now you'll notice also as well inside of Studio on here. If you look here at the instrument list, there is nothing that says Rainmaker. Anyway, I'm going to, so like I was saying, I reached out to QUIETMUSIC. I said, listen, I'd love to feature your plugins on the channel. I think they're really great. And they said, yeah, brilliant, no problem. So they sent me over the NFRs. And here we are. So they're not paying me. It's my opinion. I asked them because they send them to me, and they said yes. So once you download any of their stuff, you get a zip file like this. Okay, so this is the Rainmaker. This is completely free. There is no paid version of this. So I'm just going to extract it here. So this is what you do. We'll go extract, and it'll extract it to the desktop. There it is. And once it's done, we can bin this actually as well. Now I'm going to open this. I'm going to click on it like this, and you get a Mac version. And you see it says Documents, Mac, and then there's a little thing on how to install them. Well, I'm going to show you how to install them anyway. So I'm going to first of all double click the Windows one like this. And you can either install VST3, or if you use VST2s, I'm going to use the VST2 anyway because I found it just easier. And I'm going to take the Rainmaker.dll file and this one that says instruments. Now there's nothing in this, so if you just load these in, nothing will happen, and you'll be thinking, where are my instruments? Well, I'll show you. So I'm just going to drag these two to the desktop like that, so they're there. Okay. And inside here, the folder we extracted, and we open it up again, you'll see this one that says MSE. These are the instruments. So we take the instrument file and we just drop it into the Rainmaker instruments folder like this, and it'll disappear from here. And now all we need to do, we can get rid of all this now as well. We don't need it. Okay, so continue, yes. And try again. Okay, that's because it's open here. What we're going to do is we're going to go to our program files. I'm going to go local disk, and I'm just going to go to program files because I know my VSTs are here. And I'm going to go down to where it says VST plugins, and this is where all my VST plugins sit in here. Well, you know, the load files, so wherever they sit on your desktop or Mac. And I'm just going to grab these two files like this, and I'm going to just drop them into the VST plugin folder. Okay, and I'm going to go continue, yes, and it'll drop the other one in, continue, yes. So now they're both in there, so we can close this and we can bin this. So it's done. Now, let's go back into Studio One. Now you won't see Rainmaker. I'm going to have to reload Studio One, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to save this little session here. So I'm just going to go save. Thanks. I'm going to close this, and I'm going to close the session, and I'm just going to open up Studio One again. It's like so this will basically rescan your VSTs for you. Just only take a sec. But the fact that you can get free versions of these guys, it's brilliant. Now, if you like making ambient music and chilled music, these are the ultimate plugins for that. They really are. No, I'm fine, thank you. Now I'm going to open this. It says Quiet Music, which is the one we've just had open with all our quiet music instruments. And now you'll see that Rainmaker is there. So we'll close out Serenity just for a sec, and we're going to drag Rainmaker into our instrument list here, so it open up, and they all do this when you open a new project or whatever. They all do this. Now, if you haven't dropped that MSE folder into your instruments, it's going to say go and locate the MSE folder. So you can do it from here. You click start like this, and it will take you to another thing saying go and locate that instrument folder, the MSE one. Anyway, so down the bottom end of the keyboard, like it's C1, is this Digital Thunder one here, and we can pan it. Now also, I think I've fixed my latency issue. Let me change the color on that. I think I've fixed my latency issue I was having, so this should kind of correspond with what I'm doing. If you can let me know it does, that would be very kind of you. So here you go. This is completely free, this one. Thanks, David. And then, now I'll tell you what, guys. These samples, these instruments and samples are top quality. Fantastic. Thanks. Thank you. And then, so if we mix that with a bit of rain, oh, it gets better, Dave, I swear to God. This is like the free one. But so there are free versions of, and they're very CPU friendly. Look, I've got everything loaded in here, all the instruments. So if we take a quick look now at Quiet Piano, so I'll just open it up here. This is the piano instrument here, and it's just lovely. So the free version of Quiet Piano comes with a few pianos, but obviously the actual open this, where it says Interstellar Spring here, we can open it, and you see you get lots of presets. So we could go with, say, Mystical Evening, and they load straight away. I mean, come on. I mean, guys, listen to this, right? I'll just turn the microphone down. Just listen to this. Listen to the beautiful, relaxing lo-fi-ness. So you've got some control, you've got some filter. Now you've got this layer, right? This layer on C8 and layer on D8. So if I go all the way up to, I'll go past this and up to, right, so Here is layer D8 that you can use. And here is C8, which is like a vinyl crackle. So you can record this in via MIDI. For example, we could go, right, okay, let's go. And I'll bring in a bit of that nature sound there. Stop it, rewind it, and then it's going to play our lay back. But then we could record a bit of our, let's drop down the octaves again, so we're just on our piano, and we could record, let's go. And now we've got a absolutely lush piano and super fast, super simples, and don't forget, there's a free version. There's a free version of this. Awesome stuff. So that's quiet piano. Like I said, we can go back in and look at the some of the other pianos, but we have some attack decays. So we can make some piano pads, and we have some mod, which is always nice. Don't forget though, yes, but Stefan, don't forget, get the free versions, try them out. Brilliant, you can use them. And then also, but 60, guys, come on, 60 euros for all this. I was shocked and stunned. Shocked and stunned. Felt a bit bad asking them for it, actually. Oh, that's so lovely, though. So what else have you got here? Sorry, we can close that. Here's our thing. Oh, they're all good, aren't they? What's this? Unexpected rain. Oh. Oh, listen to this. See, these are the type of instruments I can really, really just play and play and play, you know? And while you're all here, guys, listen, I have some news from Paul. So I'll tell you about that now before we go any further. So Paul phoned us today. We were very, 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 very happy to hear from him, of course. We'll take that off. Very happy to hear from him. And he said it was okay. Like, guys, it's going to take him a while to get over this. Let me tell you, he's told me it's okay to tell you what it was he's had and kind of gone through, you know. I'm not going to go into all the horrific details of this. It's quite, well, you'll get an idea of it anyway. But he had a thing called basal cell carcinoma, and it was in his left temple. So it's like a deep skin cancer, right? But it was such a deep skin cancer that it then entered his skull. Okay, when they started to do the surgery, they discovered that it gone right through his skull. So they were going to remove part of his skull anyway, and fix that, you know, kind of reconstructive surgery, which they've done, by the way. But they found it had also entered the dermal layer of his brain, so they had to fix that as well. Now they've had to take parts of his leg, veins, all sorts of stuff, and do this. I think he was in surgery 11 hours. So he was pretty sick when he come round from surgery. But listen, he sounded great today. He's definitely going to take it easy. So yeah, so he's been through it, guys. You know what I mean? I mean, he's had all this reconstructive surgery done on his face now, and but he's pleased to be through that. And he's got to have now well, considerable amounts of radiotherapy and chemo, etc., and things like that. So, yeah, still send your good wishes and blessings to him. But he did sound okay. He spoke to us for, it must have been a good 20 minutes, half an hour, so he was okay, you know. And it was lovely to hear from him, of course. So, there you go. Yeah, it's pretty heavy stuff. He did go into a bit more detail. But it's I don't want to bring yous on a downer, you know what I mean? Anyway, guys, there you go. So, I'm going to carry on and send up my love and best wishes to Paul. And he's okay. He's doing okay, which is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Anyway, over the next few weeks, I'm going to start to build some of these beautiful kind of meditative tracks. And if you're into that kind of music, I think a lot of people are. Yeah. So that is that from Paul. And thanks to Joe for writing it down for me, because I would never have been able to remember what it was. I'll show you Serenity now. Like I said, there's a free version of this as well. This is the paid version. Now, you can see here, C1, there is 6 here. There is 6 actual keys that you play down the bottom end, and they are crickets, birds, noise, rain, sea waves. And so this is kind of like doing your ambient stuff. So I'm going to go down another octave. And we can pan all these either way. We'll set our MIDI channel. And then we've got some birds. I mean, I'm turning the level up, but you'd probably have the level quite quiet if you had things like this going on. This is really nice. And this has got a really nice reverb built in as well as LFO. So we can... And again, filters, tuning. Well, tuning won't affect this. And then the last one is kind of... flowing water, which is really nice. And then the rest of it is given over to these absolutely amazing pad sounds. So for instance, if I go back down to a lower octave and I wanted to record some of this, I just play the lower note and the upper octaves. Lovely. Let's have a listen to another one of these. How great are these pads? So you don't have like tons of control. It's not like a synth. There's samples, you know? Samples. But I've got to keep saying, guys, you know, you can grab all of these instruments for free. There are free versions of them, you know? And when you add bass, how lovely is that? And like I said, guys, there is just any of these you pick, I'm not even kidding, they're just brilliant. So that's Serenity. let's go with, maybe have a look at this one called Healing. I'll get into the other two love fight ones. So Healing, right? This is also very nice. This is kind of like a, if with the free version isn't quite like that. The free version looks like this, and it's Tibetan singing bowls. We can find the octaves it uses. So this is the free version kind of thing. This is what you get if you just download the one for nothing. And you have a volume for each one. And it's polyphonic. And then the rest of these are all the other samples that you get. And it'll change to like a keyboard view now, so you can play them chromatically. To be honest with you, these are all. If you want to buy any of these separately, by the way, you can. They're all available as a. I think have I closed it now? I think I have. Yeah, they're all available as a separate purchase, like between €10 and €20. There's only one that's more, and that is literally 3 instruments in one. So, but listen to the quality. So as you can see, these are absolutely, and you can again make really cool pads with these. But pick any of these and they're absolutely lush. Listen to the depth. Absolutely lovely. So still loads to show you. Like I said, this is really just, I want to show you the instruments, okay? And by the way, they load super quick. If I drop one of these in, they load super fast. I just thought I'd load them all up just to show you as well that they hardly use any CPU. So this one is called MagicDrum, and it's a tongue drum. And what's cool about this tongue drum, of course, apart from the fact that you can change the scale and it changes the sound, so as well. So B major pentatonic there. We've got modulation, of course. Again, we have our ADSR. And then you have kind of a chromatic as well. Filter type. See what I mean about it being... See, this is why they call quiet music. They're really into this kind of relaxation vibe. So all their apps are kind of geared around that kind of feeling. It's really nice. All their VSTs. So we could find a Zen effects. And you can tap the screen as well. As well as play it. So that's MagicDrum. And then we have classic guitar as well. I'll turn the microphone down. I'll play a few patches. So this is the original patch. I imagine this is the one you get for free. So I've made a load of these cool, sorry about that, cool lo-fi vibe sounds from this guitar. Can you have your ADSR? No, I don't think it does guitar scratches. I am using Studio One, yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. No. These are complete. No, these are their own VSTs. Nothing to do with Contact. Lovely. Now, I've got a couple more, but I've saved the my favorites. So this is Lo-Fi. Now, Lo-Fi is I'm just gonna pin that open. Lo-Fi is actually 3 VSTs you get. You get Lo-Fi, and this is Midnight Pads. This is actually divided, also subdivided into 3 instruments. I'll get to that in a sec. But at the moment, this is Lo-Fi and it's Midnight Pads, okay? Then we have this one, which is a Lo-Fi Rhythm. Now, this is what happens when you first load it up. It says start, and then it looks for the instrument, and there it is. Now, this is a Lo-Fi drum machine. So we're on C1. Fantastic. Each one has level, pan, and overall reverb and distortion. Cut off again. and mapped from C1. And you also get here, you see, don't worry about start, that'll just select the patches the same as well as here, or you can scroll through them this way. So this is another drum kit now. So these are all drum kits that are in here. Okay, so we could go with this golden library sort of thing. So awesome stuff. Lovely. So that is the rhythm. We can pin that there as well. And then the next part of the lo-fi instruments is this one, which is called the Things. Now Things is 16 samples, start at C1 and goes up chromatically, covering all the samples. Now this is the 16 samples that you get, sort of thing. But they're super useful for that kind of, if you want to create ambient. So the first one here, this C1, it's like a cat pairing. Can we have a low pass filter? We have motion control here, so, and it's going to the pitch, reverb, level, panning. And there's this next one. So I'm just going to run through 16. These are really super useful textures. They sound great as well. Again, polyphonic. More thunder. Awesome. So some vinyl crackling as well. So brilliant. So that's Things. So like I said, if you get the lo-fi, it's actually 3 VSTs in one, because you get the drum machine as well, the rhythm, and the Things, and also the absolutely marvelous midnight pads. But it's not just midnight pads, right? So here's where we're at. I'll go back to this first preset, which is called Peaceful Images. So this is on the midnight pads. So there is peaceful images in the midnight pads, but if we tap on this here, you'll see we also have midnight keys. Now if we open midnight, we're on midnight pads and we open peaceful images, you'll see these are all the actual sounds inside the midnight pads, and we could look in maybe tranquil waters and see what that sounds like. I'm amazed this bunch of VSTs of this company aren't more kind of well known, you know, because they're just absolutely outstanding, and they're lovely, lovely people to deal with. This is Dreamy Grid. Again, you do have some control, like I said. You have mod depth. You know, I like a bit of movement in the sound, a bit wibbly wobbly there. We can choose what type of filter, the category. We could go to keys or bass, and then the LFO source and destination is pitch. So we could set it to mod wheel if we wanted to, or aftertouch. So if it lovely. Now, like I was saying, this is midnight pads and these are all the pad sounds. However, we go in here and we can change this to midnight keys now, and it's going to quickly search for all our instruments. And once this is midnight keys. How are the guitars? Did you miss the guitars? I did the guitar, classical guitar. I'll leave that open, and I'll quickly nip back to the guitar for you. That's one of the guitars. It's quite a heavily affected one. But if you want more of a kind of a basic that you can affect yourself, lovely stuff. Okay, so let's get back to our lo-fi. So that was Sweet Memories, and then we've got old stuff. Oh, thanks, Johnny. Yeah, I like Studio One. I like Studio One, and I like Reason, and I like Machine. So these keys are great. I mean, you know, you just, like I said, pick a preset and away you go. It's really cool. The sampling is outstanding. They've done a really fantastic job. The depth and how responsive. You know, the fact that you can grab all of these for free and just try them out if you want to. They're not try out versions as such. They don't time out or anything. They're just very light versions of what you actually can buy. You know, these are the paid versions. But like I said, you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you download the like I said, the Rainmaker one is completely free anyway. But basically, you're getting 8 instruments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 instruments for. At the moment, they're on sale at 60 euros or something for all of the whole bundle. They do other bundles, like I said, and you can also buy them separately. Very, very, very nice. And then after Midnight Keys, which is these again. Let's Dreamscape. What's this? See, the samples are recorded obviously with effects, but then you could add even more reverb, or you could go in and add whatever reverb you like. But it's got a built-in reverb. And we've got some control over our release and attack. Panning, of course, which is nice for the actual atmospheric stuff. Lastly, we also have Midnight Bass, which are basses. So, and they're very good too. Guys, thank you so much for joining me this evening, where we took a really good look through Quiet Music's bundle of apps. Bass, eh? So it slightly changes as well. So now we have a glide. Instead of a reverb. But that's a nice sound. If you did want to put some reverb on your bass, of course, you could just add a reverb effect, you know. I'm going to close the microphone. Thank you very, very. It is a very good bundle, Colin. It really is. You know, if you've got a desktop, of course. I think, and the entire bunch, all of them together, I think are around 10 gigabytes. So it's not even like a mega load of space. I'm going to close the mic, run through a few of these basses. Guys, bless you all. Thank you very, very much for joining me this evening. We shall be back tomorrow. And I think tomorrow is, yes, Phase Mutant. Phase Mutant. We'll be taking a look at Phase Mutant, the new app from Blease, which will be coming out tomorrow, I think. It's remarkable. And let me just tell you now, it is not a phaser. And again, it was lovely to hear from Paul. So that was brilliant. Bless you all, guys. Seriously, I'll see you all tomorrow. Ta-da. Let's listen to some more of these basses before we go.